Vin's got some strengths. Maybe the badges, maybe it's a bit more visual. Maybe it's like a child. Like how do you do for children? You do stars. I don't know how to explain it. I know there's a scale with
Yes.
ratings. I get it. But I remember when I was a little kid, I used to go to these math. I'm not the best with math, in case
Mm.
that's not obvious, because that's sounding crazy. But anyway, so I used to go to these abacus classes,
Yeah, yeah.
and I had a teacher there who, whenever you did really well, she would bring out like a big page of stickers, and she'd say, Vin, I think you did amazing today, and just any discretion, I think today you get to choose two stickers, and I get to go choose what stickers I like, and it would get stuck on my book or whatever. There was literally no other scoring. They would never score me out of 10. You How many questions did you do well? I think there was some amount of that, because obviously they were numbered, but my excitement was to get stickers. I would go home. I wouldn't tell my mom how my math went. I would say to her, Mom, I got a Powerpuff Girls sticker today. And
Yes.
that's exciting for me. And that, I know I'm talking more about incentive, but I'm wondering if there's a way to make grading a little bit more holistic like that, instead
I
of
think that's how it's. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Aditya. Like I know, Vinaya. Like I think that's how it's working today. Nobody. I have two masters graduate. Nobody gave me a job because I had two masters graduate. They
right.
like you said, there was a number, but there was a paragraph. The paragraph is exactly what essence you had, right? And
Yeah.
that kind of if the professor is good enough, like they can really like point you at the right direction, and you have to have the right mindset to take that feedback, right? So I feel like at least jobs in US, like nobody asks like what was my grade ever, before giving me a job. So I think invariably, like when you think about it, like it is working the way you want it to work. It is working the way exactly you're saying it to work.
I think it has, funnily enough, it has evolved to be that. Like,
Probably, yeah, true.
education was created to be graded number wise. Like in
Mm-hmm.
India, it's still like that. The more for first world countries, it has evolved to not be that. But I would think the evolution would have happened at a slightly faster pace, because, or a bit more, because, like, for example, yes, none of my employers really asked what was my grade in my master's degree. But at the same time, on the certificate that we get, it says, if you get above 80 or something, you pass with distinction. Otherwise, you just pass. And this gets announced when we're getting graduating. And I just didn't understand the purpose of this. I didn't even know how to qualify for distinction for a while, because it didn't matter. And I was like, oh wow, but now it's on people's profiles. Like, a lot of my like batchmates have, I got a master's with distinction. Why? Because you did 80. But what did your paragraph say? That you checked all the boxes and didn't have any strong opinions about the way you promoted fashion, and I had opinions, so now you, but isn't that a good thing in some jobs? It should have been a little bit more objective. Not to say that all grading is bad or anything, but it's
See,
just some things
I
are
would
so
say,
quantifiable.
I would say it is important because ultimately you're just trying to like judge someone, and you're hoping that the metric that they produce is a good judgment of the skill that they have. Like for
Hmm.
example, in theory, two people go and both of them learn how to do surgery. What surgery is too complex? Let's say both of them know how to, like
Continue.
surgery is too intense, right? Like
Yeah.
let's take something simple, right? Like let us say two people go and both of them learn how to cut wood, expensive premium quality wood, right? And if you go and give person A the wood, he and person A got 95% in carpentry school, and person B got 30 in carpentry school. Technically both of them have the degrees for carpentry school because the cutoff for getting the pass mark is 30. But you would trust the person who did 95 more
Hmm.
purely because you think the person has got a better grasp of the particular subject or the particular topic. In theory, yes, maybe the person who got the 30 grade has a specific style that only suits a very niche community. Maybe they will eventually go seeking him. But
Hmm.
the vast majority of people will probably go for the one who did better because they think they want their wood to be cut in a better way, and they see someone producing consistent results. They have gone, given multiple exams, and have proven in front of a board of experts that they can do this job, and they've been graded pretty well. So there is a reason that metrics exist. There is a reason we do data driven decision making these days, because it is beneficial ultimately for everyone. While it is harsh for some, ultimately I think it is beneficial. And I am not someone who does really well with grades in my life, but I see the benefit out of it. And I am at a
Yeah.
disadvantage most of the time, but I still understand the necessity for
Well,
this.
that's the thing. You're at a disadvantage, and I actually blame the system for it. You know, not because I'm in love with him or
I
anything.
know, I know, I know. I get it. I get it.
Because so three things, right? Firstly, a lot of quantification, like indexes, let's say, or grades, whatever, percentages. It's always so numbers. And what about someone that just doesn't understand numbers that well? Like, what if I don't understand that?
So
Very like I don't understand that 7.5 is three fourth of.
let,
I
let me ask you this way, Vinay.